All right, welcome in Cowboys Nation to the Game Day Live post-game show presented by BT Furnishings. And we'll talk about BT a little bit later, but right now the Cowboys got their BUTTs whooped tonight in Santa Clara. And honestly, I said this to you, the most embarrassing loss since I think the 44-6 loss in Philly. I'm not sure if I'm getting an echo back there over there, but it's coming through. But nonetheless, man, Cowboys go out there to Santa Clara, and I just was telling you behind the scenes, a loss, yeah, sure. I mean, you can expect that, especially against a good team. But a loss like this, absolutely did not expect. They got their tails whooped, and this is definitely going to raise more questions, I think, than answers, Jesse.
Yeah. This is the only word that I have for this, and trying to keep it professional, is embarrassing.
Yeah.
This you got beat in literally every phase. And I count the fourth phase as well. You got beat in special teams, offense, defense, and in coaching. Dan Quinn as well. Like Mike McCarthy as well. Brian Schottenheimer as well. Offensively, you were putrid. Defensively, you
Disgusting.
had more holes run through you than, my God. I mean, to give up 25 first downs to this team, the Cowboys did not even get over 200 total yards of offense. They got 199.
Oh, yeah. They barely got over the 50, Jesse.
Yeah. Like, and you know what? And I think I tweeted this out earlier today. I was like, we talking about red zone issues. At this rate, we might not get to their territory. And by golly, I mean, four turnovers, the penalties, the
3 in
missed
a row.
tackles, the missed. This was, again, if you lose this game 20-23 in the last second field goal,
Right.
like, okay, cool. If you lose this game, last second they do a 2-minute drive and you lose by 4 points, a touchdown, whatever. But if they wanted to, if they wanted
They
to,
could have put up 50.
Easy, 100%. They could have put up 50 if they wanted to, and there was nothing that we could do about it.
Yeah,
and that to me is very concerning. If they wanted to keep their starters in, they could have put up a 50 burger on us. And it was literally nothing we could have done to stop them.
Yeah, and this is the second. So we got 2 losses, right? So this is the second loss that's, I want to say in similar fashion in the sense of you kind of had no answers, right? You had no answers for the opposing offense having a scheme for you. You really had no. Now the other game you had no answers in the red zone. This game you had no answers anywhere. You wanted somebody to put on the Superman, right? It was Clark Kent. In the second half, it came out.
It wasn't even Clark Kent. Who's Clark Kent's?
Was it Jane or whatever?
They were the dude who got Clark Kent's coffee.
They was the John.
Yeah,
that's what they was. They was the John. This is what
you've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked.
We've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Run astray. Run them up.
This is what he does.
This is what they did to us today, man. I just kind of got to laugh my pain away at this point.
Lois said, my man said, Brother L said it was Lois.
I said Jane. I'm thinking of Tarzan. Yeah. They was all them Jones. Put it that way. 4 for 11 on third down, 8 first downs to 25. You go out, you score your little measly 3 points in the second half, then you proceed to go interception. God. I mean, you couldn't write this script worse than this. You know what I'm saying? Like if somebody gave you this script, you'd be like, oh, come on, man, this is a movie. Like was it 24-16 first matchup, 19-12? Competitive games.
Yeah.
This game wasn't competitive at any point after halftime. It's just flat out embarrassing, man. I really don't even know what else to say. Like, usually you come on here like Arizona game, hey, red zone, you got to be better here. Can't have penalties. Bro, you did everything terribly. Everything. And I'm supposed to do what with this moving forward, right? Like I said this to you, more questions have been risen than answers moving forward. And you got other games next year. You can't mull on this too much because you got a big one next week. But eventually you might have to run into this again. And they had the answers. They figured you out. It's a bad night, man.
I mean, offensively, when you look at this, I mean, the quarterback gets the credit when they win, so he must take the criticism when they lose.
100%.
Dak wasn't good. He wasn't good at all. The receivers were not good at all. And I said this weeks ago that something was up, something was bubbling with CeeDee Lamb, his energy, his demonstrativeness, it's just his body language looks off. More of that tonight. More of the you see his on the field body language. You know, there were reports he was walking up and down the sidelines for 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's getting.
You see him on the field. You see him like after every play that doesn't go to him, you kind of see him like, and even the one play that he did catch, what did he do? He kind of gave a glaring stare to the sideline. Like, so I don't know if this is I
think it's a contract, bro.
I don't know if it's contract. I don't know if it's offensive, the new offense. I don't know if it's the quarterback. Like, I don't know what it is, but there is something brewing in this situation with CeeDee Lamb tonight. He's 4 for 49, 4 catches for 49. There's something brewing in this whole situation where
he came out this week and he talked about something similar. I think he really wants to put up the numbers going into this contract thing, and he's not putting up the numbers, and I think it's frustrating him. And I mean, right now, when you look at the way the offense played, I'd be frustrated too. But I think there's something to that. But that's, I mean, that's so far down the line of things of what happened tonight. I mean, just a total meltdown. And look, we talked about this in the text messages. I mean, and this is probably going to trickle down to McCarthy too. But there's going to be way more. Yeah. But I mean, the questions, right? We talked about how more questions is answers. More questions with Dak than answers. More questions with McCarthy than answers. And I'm going to be honest. I think we have to have questions for the defense, because this is now the second, game where a team had decent skill players, and this one had hell of good skill players, decent scheme, hell of a scheme, and you had no answers. And I just look at the other side of the ball. Brock Purdy just didn't give a damn. Like, he was everybody just hit open. Here we go. Just comfortable and just
pass. You get a pass. He was Oprah out there. He was Oprah out there. Like, literally just giving everybody. I mean, and
I'm just sitting over here jealous. Like, I mean, I thought we were supposed to be having some of these easy looks and opens and just so comfortable. And I'm like, everything seemed hard. Even when Tony Pollard breaks to the left and gets like 9 yards, he punched the ball out. You know what I'm saying? By the way, shouts out to Fred Warner. Everything was hard in this game. And it feels like if you run up to them again, is it going to be easier? I don't think so.
I mean,
I told you at halftime, I didn't expect bro to put on no Superman suit to go out here and save him. I don't think he can do that. He needs this team to be good. If the team ain't good, he ain't gonna save you against this team. I tell you that much.
Man, and the whole. I don't want to hear any more talk about the historic defense.
No, that.
I don't want to hear any more talk about.
No.
And I also, and this is not coming from me, but my texts have been blowing up, and I know it's coming later on this week, and I have no problem for other players going out and getting their bread. But the whole thing, they're not gonna like Micah when he gets on this podcast this week.
Who?
They aren't.
Oh, Micah.
They're not gonna like it. The Cowboys fans are not gonna like the fact that after this type of butt whooping, you're gonna go do a podcast whenever you do it. And again, who am I to say? Unfiltered with Jesse Holley will be on 3 times a week. Who am I to say what you can do, what you cannot do in your free time? But you know what the people are going to say. Yeah. People are going to talk about, are you trying to do other things and worried about other teams and having comments and opinions about other teams when your team just got dog walked by 32 points?
It's crazy.
It's coming. It's all this is coming. The whole, all the talking, all that kind of stuff. Like, it can't be anymore. The carpe omnium, like all that now has to kind of cease a little bit when you When you get punched in the mouth like this and you get embarrassed on national television, like there was no other game on TV. Like everybody watched this game. Those that weren't watching baseball, everybody watched this game.
You can't get mad at what the national media is about to do to this team.
No.
Like
no, I mean, the tweets are already coming. The McCoy kid, FS1, he already talking about he's back. Pick. I mean, they're coming. Stephen A already put out his deal. All that's coming this week, and honestly,
they deserve it.
You deserve it. 42-10. Yeah,
I think they deserve it. I think the questions are valid as well. You know, and again, long season. You got a big game next week. You can't they can't. They probably might stay out there. I don't know if they're flying back because they have to go back out there next week. But you got to burn this tape and get going. But I keep saying it. That's an AFC team. You're not really going to see them. Granted, you got the whole McCarthy versus Wonder Kid, right? Kellen Moore situation. But if you're trying to get out this NFC, you're going to run into that team. I'm telling you right now. Like, that's the best team in football to me.
Yeah.
That's the best team in football to me. And I don't think you're better than them, and I don't think you can beat them with that showing. Like that, you didn't already had the losses in the playoffs, right? This was your opportunity to at least show us that you can beat them, at least in the regular season. How can you walk away from this even thinking that?
Like you leave this game more despondent than you did the playoffs. Game.
Yes.
Like, and it's not even close.
No.
Like you leave this game really like questioning
everything.
You be on the field with this team. Like you literally, like after the playoff game, you thought to yourself, well, you know what, man, just tweak a few things here and there, we can win this game. After this game, there's nothing they're going to be able to put on, like watch on film and be like, if we do get little thing better, we can win. No.
Fam, this how I knew this. I just chuckle, right? I just chuckle. 3rd and 4, okay? They saw Noah at the Omni. That's what I call him. Noah Igbenogany. Come in there for Jordan Lewis.
We're going.
The very first play. Whoop. But then they said, whoop, timeout, bring it back. Holding offense, right? 3rd and 14, like, all right, cool. This day chance, get off the field. Cowboys go down and score 17-21. Brock Purdy just doesn't give a damn about your zone defense. They know we about to run this clear out route, send old boy right behind them. They know dang on well who was that LVE. He can't jump. You know what I mean? Bloop, right over the I said this is crazy. Like you have no answers. None. Zero, zilch. And then right after that,
that dagger, we call it dagger, right? When you do the seam clear out with the dig behind it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite route concepts of all time. Like,
do we even run that on our side? I don't even know if we did that, but
man or zone, you really can't stop dagger. You need that linebacker to really get down the middle of the football field. And if he does that, you leave the underneath open. But I love the dagger concept.
I
and
do.
they ran it multiple times today.
That's their staple.
He was just dropping dimes in the middle of the football.
And then, bro, I feel like, and this is what Kyle Shanahan can be a magic. And it's crazy. As a football fan, I was sitting here marveling at what the Niners were doing. You know, as a football fan, I see them run a play at Detroit. Did you see Detroit run this play earlier?
Here's the foot. I tweeted it out, right? LaPoya, who's also an Iowa tight end, touchdown for Detroit.
But I swear, I don't think they ran this all year. I haven't seen the Niners run it all year on tape. I feel like listening to what they said, it was like, hey, man, he tweaks this at the end all the way to the end of the game. I feel like they said, hey, we're throwing this in here. And as soon as that, I think it was, I don't know what it was. Maybe it was a big return, right? Punt, and they had a nice return. The very next play, they run that same exact play that Detroit ran wide open down the sideline. I'm just like, hey, we just talked about stealing plays.
They stole a play hours
ago.
Like hours ago. Like that's you talk about adjustment. They said they saw a play hours ago and said, "Oh,
we can run that.
We have the absolute perfect personnel for this." Oh, they did it with an Iowa tight end? No worries. We'll do it with an Iowa tight end. And to perfection, it worked. Like literally, it worked. When I saw that, I was like, Detroit ran that earlier today.
Ran earlier.
And I'm like, that right there tells me there's no way unless y'all calling each other and put this play in, there's no way that both of y'all, this wasn't work. Like I wish someone would ask him about that at some point in time this week, Kyle Shanahan.
And when did you put that in?
That had to go in like a couple, like probably like walkthrough, like walkthrough before the game.
I agree. Yeah, because it's not on film anywhere. And I didn't see nobody run that but Detroit. But
Yeah.
and then we didn't do anything of the ilk, in my opinion. The one, like I said, the one drive we had, it was the drive we were doing those things that were successful. Not that particular one, right? But getting guys in motion and then Turpin, by the way, banged up Cowboys too coming out of this thing. And I have to get to that to talk about actual things that happened. LVE went down with the neck. Turpin went out with the ankle. Bland went out, but he came back in. Somebody else.
Wilson with the
Wilson,
calf.
yeah, we don't know. So it was a calf for Wilson.
They got rolled up or something.
J. Lou went in and out. I mean, it was not only did you get beat down, you also got beat down physically. Like
Dak had the finger situation. Who knows what that's going to be?
I don't know what that is. Yeah, when you get your throwing hand taped up, that don't make sense. You don't want that for your quarterback. Yeah, so they just got beaten down, and again, we ain't got the tape, but it didn't seem like we were running anything that I thought that would work against this team, except for that one drive. Everything, for whatever reason, and again, this is part of West Coast, slant flat. I like slant flat, but I don't like slant flat all the damn time. Like you got to run some different variations. I showed 2 plays coming into this thing with dagger concepts, like you said, and that worked. The Cardinals ran that, and the Rams ran that, and it worked. And we had
what
no
did I tell you about this defense? I told you about this defense all week. Told you this today, all week long. I said this defense for the Niners, they are a percentage-based defense, right?
Yeah.
They're going to play the percentages. And then I said, what? They play 11 guys to the football. When they got what happened? Fred Warner punched the ball out.
4 dudes around.
What did you see? There were 5 or 6 guys.
I thought about that when you said that. Yeah.
There were 5 or 6 guys around the football, right? Then, okay, Dak had the YOLO interception down the middle of the football field. Cool. But then they had the tip pass interception, Fred Warner.
Fred Warner
was going the opposite direction, turned back, and made the interception.
Crazy.
But again, guys to the football. They're saying, you're going to make a mistake. And when you do, we're going to capitalize. And then the end of the game, the linebacker, he ran the route better than whoever he was throwing the ball to. Like, he literally was like set, and the ball snapped. He ran right to the slant route.
Yeah, I don't understand why we're running that right there, and then why you throwing that. We need home runs, but the game was over. But yeah, man, look. When I said this ain't that, it is. It's that. They just got your number, bro. And if you got to run into these dudes, I have no confidence. Like they're just going to have to go out there and do it. Because how can
anyone have confidence that
you can't?
Like when you watch, and we'll go back and we'll do a deeper dive into the tape tonight or tomorrow morning, whenever it comes out. But when you watch this, like when you look at the sheer dominance, it's tough to pick things out and like, oh yeah, if we just improve this, then we'll be in the game. Like there's the margin is so wide. This team is head and shoulders better than the Cowboys, and I don't think they have the answer to close the gap. Like the gap got bigger. It was smaller after the playoff game. Now after week 5, it's bigger. So if this team the Cowboys have to play this team in the playoffs, I am hard pressed and now unless they're massive injuries or Brock Purdy's not playing or someone kidnapped Kyle Shanahan or whatever, I find it hard pressed to believe that anyone, homer, non-homer, whatever, and I don't care how the Cowboys have played up to that point, if they have to play them in the playoffs, I don't see how anyone can believe that the Cowboys will pull out a victory.
You can't. You had no answers at any part, and I felt like the Niners did have the answers, right? Like they went back and looked at your tape, especially offensively for them. I feel like coming into this thing, I felt confident that, okay, the defense would at least compete.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I figured the offense wasn't going to go out here and go nutty, but if they can keep this thing within a 20-point type of game, like in the 20s, we got a shot. They didn't even need that. They just needed 13. Like they just needed 13, but gave up 42. So that's what shocked me the most, man, was just I did not expect them to come out, go down 14-0 so fast, 21-7, and then just the onslaught in the second half with no answers. I know we're talking a lot, but I'm kind of at a loss. I didn't expect this from this defense. We're talking about this defense being one of them ones. It ain't even A1. Now, I can't say that. I can't.
And to think about it, we would say that this season that the Cowboys defense is the strength of their team. Yes?
Yes, we all came in here thinking that, yeah.
And to keep on the bully theme, the bully came out and they like, it's like sending your big brother, like, I'm gonna get my big brother, and your big brother comes outside and gets beat up.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get my brother. No, where you wait right here, and big bro comes back and gets beat up. Like, they beat our defense up. So now we're looking around like, wait, if this is the toughest thing on our team and they just got punched in the face, what we gonna do?
Nothing.
Like, literally, and that's why I did not, I mean, even from jump, that's why I did not even want to give them the opportunity to do anything offensively. I wanted the ball, and I wanted to be the attackers. I wanted to set the tone, and we didn't, and we let them come in and set the tone, and they literally knifed their way through our defense with no resistance into that first touchdown drive. And from there, I just kind of felt like, like this is bad. This didn't have a good feeling on it. Even when you watch Brock Purdy, when they like, he just looked like, right now, we're gonna just walk this down the field and just boop, 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 boop. And they just did it. And they just did what they wanted, how they wanted, when they wanted, to who they wanted to do it to the tune of 42 points, in this game. And we didn't have an answer for them at all.
I didn't panic at first because, if you look at the trend of how this defense comes out, let's look at the Patriots. They drove down the field, got 3 points. The Cardinals went down the field and scored. It's like they start off slow, right? So I figured eventually they'd get it together. And they didn't necessarily get it together, but they made some stops. And then you finally got on the board at 14-7. But what did they do? Go right down the field and score again. And look, the penalties didn't get crazy in the second half, but you weren't disciplined either. Not only were you getting whooped, right? You were getting beat on schematically and physically, but then you weren't disciplined on top of it. You can't do that against this team. I think we were talking to Broadus, and he said you almost have to play perfect against this squad.
You do.
And if you don't play close to perfect and you shoot yourself in the foot, you're going to lose. You're going to lose pretty damn bad. And that's what the Cowboys did in the first half. In the second half, you just continually shot yourself in the foot on both sides of the ball. And that's a wrap. I mean, when they went down and scored, I think they made it 28-10. Text me, we were talking. It's a wrap. At this point, it's about trying to salvage this thing. And they did not salvage it. It made it worse.
And this is not a team that like takes their foot off the brakes. Like, because even up like 28-10, they were like, nah, let's go get another one. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep pushing this thing up and making this even more out of reach. And then, of course, when I saw Cooper Rush warming up, and then they inserted who was it, Rosen? I said, wow. I said, man,
Darnold. I was thinking this too. Like they put the backup in with 12:50 left.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I said, not only do they know this is over, they don't even think you have an opportunity,
bro. 12:50 in the fourth or whatever it was. It was something like that.
No, it was like 12, 13 minutes. I was like, he gonna get the whole fourth quarter to ride. I was like, oh, they're super confident.
You know what? I think this is how the Giants felt. This is how the Jets might have felt. This is how how the Patriots felt.
Yeah.
They gonna flip this shit on. My bad, y'all. Point. My bad. Giants, Jets, and Pats. I feel you. It's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. It's a BT Furnishing post-game show. Look, the Cowboys were sitting in that damn recliner. I'm just telling you right now. They didn't even get off their seats. They probably went to BT Furnishings and sat their ass right there for the whole entire game. But from mattresses to furniture in your house and even decor, you want to go to BT Furnishing, or your one-stop shop to buy more and save more. They have that sale going on right now. Spend $999, save $100. Spend $19.99, you save $300. And while supplies last, ask for the Skywalker special, and you will get a reclining sofa and love seat plus a free recliner, all for just $9.99. So if you're looking for quality furniture at amazing prices, stop into one of these locations today in Arlington, Dallas, Garland, or Plano, or go to btfurnishings.com to furnish every need in your home. That's BT Furnishings. They make shopping fun, fast, and easy. That sounds like what happened right now with the 49ers. offense. It was fun, fast, and easy for them in this game. So it's basically BT Furnishing sponsored by the 49ers today.
For the 49ers. Fun, fast, and easy.
It was fun, fast, and easy out there, man. But seriously, I was just jealous in how easy it looked for them, man.
Yeah.
And you know what? I guess the shoe's on the other damn foot. Because, again, Giants, Jets, Patriots, that's how we were feeling. But the 49ers, and shout out to them. We're going to talk about us this whole time, but that's the best team in the league, in my opinion.
And it's not even close, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I was talking to Voss, said, it's the best scheme on offense. He said, and defense. I said, well, probably. They've put up 30 points in 4 straight games now, 5 straight games, whatever, 5 straight games. And they haven't allowed nobody to score more than 23, only 23 once. So
yeah, that's a
good team, man. That's a good team. And people kept saying, "Oh, well, this isn't the measuring stick." Yes, it is. That's the measuring stick, bruh.
And it's even more so a measuring stick because they're in your division.
Conference.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah. Conference. They're in your conference. So, like, you have to, like, it's one thing if they were in the AFC, like, oh, okay, cool. We'll see them in the Super Bowl. Nah.
You have to go through them.
You got to go see them again. And most likely now that you're 2 games out, like, who knows when they're going to lose? Because their schedule set up that they may not lose for the next 6-7 weeks.
You're not getting home field advantage.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you're going to have to go back on the road.
Stay out here. You're going on the road, bro. Like, it's like, just be honest. You know what I'm saying? You go on the road. Like, you want to win the damn division. I mean, you kind of got a chance for that. But, I mean, Philly is a weird team. But they winning.
They winning.
And 5-0, you 3-2. You already 3 games behind. Fortunately, you got a dub in the division. But and you'll see Philly was a week 9. I think it's week 9. And before that, I think you get the Giants again. So maybe you can get another division win, and you hope they slip up. But again, it ain't even. I know this sounds crazy. There's no disrespect to Philly. We always play Philly tough, and we get some wins out of them. Ain't beat this team in 3 straight times. That's the one. That's the test. That was
worse every single time.
Got worse. Was it 16, then 12, then 10. What's gonna be next? 6?
They might shut us out.
Boy, what embarrassing.
At this rate, I mean, this was
embarrassing.
Wow. Again, I didn't see this. Like, this wasn't on my bingo card. 42-10? 42-10?
No. Nobody see this coming, man. It's comical. I'm just sitting here at the end just, like, laughing. Texting my brother, like, yo, this is crazy. This is 44-6 all over again. I don't know I can't remember if you were on that team or not. 2008?
No, I got that next year.
Next year. Oh, yeah. Oh, bro, it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
And Tony came in the locker room. He said, man, if this is the worst thing that happens to me, I'll be fine. It's like, dog, we lost 44-6. Yeah. Be pissed. Yeah, this is going to be tough, man. This is going to be tough one to deal with throughout the week. But we'll be here, Unfiltered with Jesse Holley is going to be nuts, I think, this week. Hanging with the boys is going to be something. I can't wait to see what old boy has to say. You got your Unfiltered cup? I can't wait to see what Uncle Nate going to have to say. I'll be here all week as well, Monday through Friday, here and on Vacha's show. It's going to be a tough one. But we got to put on our strong faces, get in front of here, and handle it. Eventually move on to the next because it don't get easier.
The wedgies continue. Like they
worse than that, bro. We got swirly. Come on, man. We got put in the locker.
They stuffed us in the locker.
In the locker, fam.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, my hopes were so high for this football team, and they just like took our coats in the winter and made us walk home.
They saw you walking down the hall with your books in your hands and smacked that shit out their hands, right?
And kicked them.
That's
crazy, yo.
I don't like what I mean, I'm curious. I don't really watch all the post-game dips, but I'm just curious. Like how they gotta be. I mean, everybody pissed, right? Everybody pissed, but yeesh. Man. Tough one.
Oof. Yeah.
Cowboys take the L, man. 42-10.
42-80 said they pulled out the Vaseline. No. Vaseline would be too kind. Vaseline would be too kind.
and we trying to be PG with it, but yes, this was
they
Ice
went
Cube,
Ice
no
Cube. They
Vaseline.
went Ice Cube. They went Ice Cube.
They went
on
Ice
us.
Cube. They went Ice Cube.
Yeah.
No. You know, I ain't gonna say too much more. We got BT Furniture post-game show.
Yes.
I want to make sure we keep this sponsor because I almost went left, bro. Almost went left. You ever see the movie Lockdown?
Yes.
You remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. And they in San Fran too. And well, I'm leaving it.
Yeah. Listen, you got all week on your shows. Let's not mess the money up.
Let's not mess the bread up.
Let's not mess the bag up. Let's not mess the bag up.
Hey, man, all we can do is laugh through this pain, dog. I already told them where they can find you, Jesse, but final words here, man.
Yeah.
Can't mess the bag
Wow.
up.
I didn't think this was going to be the outcome of this game. I thought, a loss would probably happen, but I thought it was going to be a competitive game. I thought it really was going to be a final minute down to the, it's going to be like, wow, okay, the team is finally arrived. We have so many questions. I have so many questions after this game on all sides of the football.
Defense, quarterback,
everything,
coach,
players, all of that. I have so many questions now, and boy, when this,
I think fair questions too, Jesse.
Yes. Because we've come to a point now where there's no more excuses to make for any of them. Players are veterans, players are 8 years in, coaches there's no more excuses. So this is a shocker. This is probably, man, in the last, I don't know, this one
44-6, bro. I'm telling you.
This hurts. Like this one stings. This stings. I didn't expect this.
Yeah.
I really didn't. I thought we were better than this. I would have bet any amount of money that this game was going to be anywhere from a 3 to 4 point game, 6 point game at very best.
Yeah.
But to have a 32-point shellacking put on you it's embarrassing, and that's the only word that keeps coming to my mind is this is embarrassing. And wow, this team is far from what I thought they were.
Yeah, I'm with you. Again, we got the rest of the season to play through, and no matter what, no questions will be answered until the postseason, right? But I'm with you. I think it's fair to have questions about everything we just said there. Quarterback, head coach, defense. You're going to have like 42-10, that type of showing against that team. Of course, you have to have questions, right? Because that's the type of team you're going to have to go through to get through the playoffs. So it will be loud. There will be loud big question marks. There'll be loud conversations had this week, and how they respond will be telling because it doesn't get easier. You're going to I guess it gets easier because this is the best team, but it's not going to be easy, is what I'm getting at. So how they respond is going to be massive, but not just how they respond in one game, how they respond the rest of the season. In their play, like they got bullied, they got out physical. When you didn't in the postseason, right? Like you weren't bullied in the postseason. That was a hell of a competitive game. But this, how can I walk away from this not having questions? Yeah. That's the question. Yeah. That's the question, man.
And there was I don't remember, and maybe you even said that there was a stat that talked about the level of physicality that you play with when you play the 49ers is that most teams after they play the 49ers potentially at times lose the next game.
That used to be a Cowboy stat, by the way. There used to be a Cowboy stat. There used to be a stat where after you played Dallas, because of how physical we were at one point, teams would lose the next game. But it wouldn't shock me if that's a Niners thing now because they play, and there was some hits out there. Again, we'll break it all down, but man, Greenlaw and Fred Warner just chef's kiss at the position.
Best in the business. Best in the business, man.
Business, bro.
Best in the business.
How they go from Patrick Willis and Navarro Bowman?
Yeah, Navarro Bowman.
And a decade later, you get Greenlaw and Fred, bro. Just lucky dudes, man. All right, man. That'll do it for this shellacking. Cowboys get the L 42-10. No Vaseline.
It won't be no muscles this show. It's gonna be like this is first 48 right here. This first 48. I'm ready to snitch. I'm ready.
You ready for the KFC to come through? The canned soda.
Bring my Pepsi, bro. Bring me them hot fries. I'm ready to snitch. I'm telling on somebody.
Tell it on
Somebody
somebody.
got to serve this time, man.
Somebody, yeah, facts. They multiple people. Y'all got to get this.
Yeah.
Y'all got to get
I'm
this.
like Nino Brown. This bigger than me. This bigger than me. The light skinned brother right there in the front. he the leader of the CMB. Miz
Oh man, you
It's
crazy,
bigger than me.
dog. One more time.
You've been had.
We've been had.
You've been took.
We've been took.
You've been
Hoodwinked.
bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Jesse,
This is what he does.
I so bad wanted one of these.
Now he's got Holley all alone at the 50. Holley to the 40. Holley to the 20. Right to the 15. 10. Dragged down at the 2. Oh, Jesse Holley went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Instead,
Cowboys got
Exactly.
dog walk by 32.
Oh,
I wish it wasn't reality.
this the reality, man. It's the reality, and it sucks right now. All right, I'll see y'all later this week. We out of here, Cowboys Nation. Peace.
Yo.
Oh,
I'm in my zone, on the road to the Super Bowl.
I should have opened
Every
the
game
show.
on the schedule, crucial
Man.
and take a toll. It don't matter if we at home or on the road. You try to tackle, I'll truck a sucker and take it soul. I'm staring at 4th and goal, gotta find an open hole. A linebacker just close a hole where I'm supposed to go. So now I'm thinking my centers are all pro, so I trust he can make a walk for wherever the ball go. Yeah, it's 5.